Human versus nature is a topic that seems old. After all, we live our day-to-day lives without worrying about thunderstorms or wild beasts. And yet, every so often, nature comes back to remind us that we are far from taming it. Not 4 years ago, the volcano in the Spanish island of La Palma erupted. Thousands of people lost their homes, and the infrastructure damage was immense. Thankfully, people were able to make it out alive. However, this is not a triumphant story, but a wake-up call. Most of the current forecasting methods are not automatic, and this event saturated our scientific endeavors to keep up. This eruption made it clear that we needed better forecasting capabilities, as it was a matter of public safety. The focus of my thesis is none other than volcanic eruption forecasting. I am studying the data collected by a network of sensors that were running before and during this same eruption, in hopes of making an automatic forecasting system. The data I'm using comes from sensors that are distributed around the island and measuring continuously. This makes for a very rich and large dataset, where each measurement corresponds to a specific time and space, making the data, well, spatiotemporal. Now, spatiotemporal data is tricky to handle, and I won't go into the specifics of why here, but I will let you know that we found a way to represent it that encapsulates both components separately. Time in the rows of a two-dimensional matrix and space along its columns. This allows us to extract as much knowledge as possible from the dataset without sacrificing either the spatial or the temporal information. One of our main results so far comes from using what's called multivariate statistical process control. What we do is we take a period of time where we know no eruptive or pre-eruptive activity was taking place, and we use it to define control limits for some statistical values. Then we can take incoming real-time data to calculate those same statistical values and compare them with the control limits. This allows us to detect abnormal behavior. As a matter of fact, we tried this with the data from the eruption, and we found precursors for it about 10 hours before it started. Currently, we are working on validating this result with data from different eruptions. As opposed to machine learning-based methodologies, this approach is fully and easily interpretable, as each anomaly can be traced back to its source. This, in turn, allows for expert human supervision, both reducing the risk of false alerts and providing useful knowledge that is essential when making the tough calls that need to get made when human lives are on the line. Thank you.